Truly, thank you for saying yes today. Thank you for showing up for day 2 of Magic Maker. I am Emily Fletcher. I am the founder of Ziva, and I am so excited for what we're going to do today and for the magic that we're going to keep building through this 3-day series. So today is all about alchemy, right? We're going to alchemize, clear the channel to make more space for our dreams. As my friend Sonia Choquette says, in order to manifest, you need a big cup, right? Like, I believe in the concept of pronoia. And that is the idea that nature is always conspiring in our favor. Pronoia is the opposite of paranoia, right? Paranoia is everyone's out to get me. I better keep my guard up. Better keep my heart closed. I better be in fight or flight all the time. Pronoia is choosing. It's making a decision to believe that nature is always conspiring in your favor. Mm-hmm. And when we do that, when we alchemize, we make more space in our cup so that nature, this pronoia, who's always wanting to give us our dreams because she's the one who gave us the dream to begin with, that there's more space for receptivity to receive the dream. So by saying yes to this, you are basically raising your hand and signaling to nature, I am saying yes to my dream. So even if you watch this after we do it live, know that you get to tune into this collective antenna that we're building. You get to tap into the mycelial network of magic. And I see this happen all the time is that your prayers are going to get even bigger, the prayers you didn't even know to pray. Okay, here we go. 7 limiting beliefs. This is the first one. And I want you to be honest. How many of you have said that? Emily, I want to meditate, but I just don't have time. When you're in fight or flight, your brain tells you that stopping even for a few minutes is a luxury that you can't afford. When in reality, this is the only way to get out of the invisible cage of I'm too busy. So this is, again, I think you get this, but I'm not just talking about a mindfulness app. Okay. I'm not talking about a guided visualization. I'm talking about a practice that is going to give you more time in your day because it's optimizing your brain. And by the way, your brain is responsible for printing every cell in your body and making every single decision in your life. I'm going to say that again. Your brain is responsible for printing every cell in your body and making every decision in your life. So if you don't have time to invest in that, what are you doing with your time? All right. Now, a lot of people think I already meditate. Like, why would I need anything else? Like, why would I need Ziva? Here's my truth anyway. Most modern practices are designed to help you cope with the world, not create it. And I honestly don't want to give you tools to cope with an insane world. I want to give you tools to create heaven on earth. So it's like a lot of the apps and things, they'll keep you in the present moment, which is a beautiful place to be, but it's still the mind observing the mind. It's still your left brain staying in your left brain. And the Ziva experience is categorically different. We are not just calming the nervous system. We are first accessing the unmanifest, the quantum engine room where reality is actually formed, the 99.9% of the knowable universe that's happening in the unseen realms. And then from there, we learn to harness the most magnetic and creative force on the planet to amplify your dreams. Limiting belief number 3, Emily, this sounds great, but I can't stop my mind from thinking. The mind thinks involuntarily, just like your heart beats involuntarily. So you would never judge yourself as a failure for not being able to stop your liver from cleaning your blood. So why are you feeling like a failure if you're having thoughts during meditation? And yet this is the criteria by which everyone is judging themselves on whether or not they can meditate. And it makes me sad because then people have potentially robbed themselves of a lifetime of bliss and fulfillment and manifesting their dreams based on misinformation. Thoughts are not the enemy of meditation. Effort is. And by the way, the reason why I think so many people think meditation is hard is because so many monastic practices have been watered down and popularized, right? Like one of the tenets of Buddhism is if I could just transcend my desires, then I'll access bliss. The tenets of the Vedas, which is what I've been studying for 2 decades, which is this beautiful ancient body of knowledge that comes from Northern India, which by the way, in the Vedas, you're either a monk or you're a householder. Okay. It's less than 1% of the world's population that is naturally monastic by nature. And the other 99% of us were called householders. Okay. So if you're a householder, it's not about clearing your mind. It's not about renouncing sex. It's not about moving to the cave. It's about using tools that are going to make you better at life. All right. So number 4, by the way, we're doing so good. So what's happening is that most of what's being taught today is only working with the surface level of the mind. and it's missing the body and pleasure completely. Also, most manifesting out there, because most of it was based on The Secret, right? Like The Secret kind of brought this into the mainstream back in the 90s. And it was based on this idea that thoughts become things. But as we covered in day one, if your body is in stress or fear or trauma, then you're sending conflicting signals to nature. And here's the thing with manifesting, nature is not a vending machine. It is a mirror. And what we're going to do today is going to give you the tools and the safety to feel, express, and transmute just one thing blocking your dream. And then after we clear the channel with alchemy, we harness the most magnetic, creative force on the planet. Okay, limiting belief number 6. Pleasure feels edgy, Emily. Oof. Every time you say it, I get a little bit of a hive. To power your dream sounds crazy or even a little scary. Again, know that you are not alone. Like, check out the thread. Okay, how many people are like, yep, this feels scary, this feels edgy to me. We've been conditioned to carry so much fear and shame and embarrassment around one of the most beautiful gifts that nature has installed inside of us. And I believe that we can change this really quickly. I've actually seen it happen. That, like, that's one of the powers of pleasure, is that it amplifies and speeds things up. And the reason why so many people conflate sexuality and tantra is because we've been told that sexuality is not holy. We've been trained that it is a sin, that it's the opposite of God, that it's evil or wrong or bad. So when you reclaim this for yourself, when you remember that your body is a temple, when you remember that your pleasure can be used as a pathway to the divine, there's a massive level of reclamation that is available. There's a lot of God that you get to reclaim because you've been told that it wasn't there. People who feel afraid of feeling their feelings, I think this is the single biggest invisible cage that most people are trapped in. And it's like we can't even see the almost infinite ways that it keeps us from our dreams. So I would take notes on this one, right? Because it's going to prepare us. And so is there a piece of you that is secretly thinking, I'm scared of what will come up if I actually let myself feel? Like, what if I can't handle it? What if I fall apart? What if I lose it? And I just want to say that, of course, you're scared, because most of us have not been trained to feel our feelings, right? We've been trained since infancy to, like, shh, have a bottle, have a toy, have some pills, have some weed, have some booze, have some porn, have some SSRIs, but don't feel, right? And so then we just keep numbing. And according to Freud's theory of defense mechanisms, people often employ strategies like denial and rationalization to avoid facing uncomfortable emotions. So you might be denying your dream or rationalizing your way out of even starting, all because you haven't been trained how to move your feelings, right? Because pain is going to travel through generations until someone is brave enough to feel it. So Cliff's Notes is, if you're feeling nervous about feeling your feelings, it makes sense. You're not alone. But if your dream is important to you and you're not yet a vibrational match for it, then we need to alchemize the blocks to turn it into fuel. We did it. We made it all the way to the exercise. Good job, you guys. Give yourself a high five. What we're about to do is a little taste of Alchemize. And the whole deal here is we're going to find safety in our bodies. And then we're going to tune into anything that you think might be keeping you stuck, any old gunk in your hose. And I'm going to be DJing. So we're going to go in, we're going to start with some sacred rage. And then usually that is like the inner toddler that's like, no, I haven't gotten my dream yet. It's not fair. Like your inner protector. And oftentimes that is protecting a piece of you that's a little bit younger and a little bit more vulnerable and a little bit more scared, or maybe even a little sad that that you might never get the dream, right? And then we're going to get to express that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find like a little kernel of bliss, a kernel of pleasure in the expression of what is real. Because remember that bliss is any feeling fully felt. And then when you feel what is real, it can heal. Honor yourself, honor your boundaries. Okay. Then we might go up to an edge, but I want you to know the difference between like, I'm pushing past what feels safe and comfortable for me, and it's going to create a contraction, versus like, oh, this is an edge. And if I come up to the edge, it's going to make me feel proud. Finding some space in your body. Have you ever had dreams that you rolling your shoulders, opening your heart, deepening your breath? Yes, Maggie's doing it. Let's try a little bit of a washing machine. Twisting your body back and forth, wringing out your organs.
Have you ever had a dream?
And tuning into your dream, that 5 senses reality that we came to in the beginning.
You want
Yeah.
to do so much you could do anything?
Big breath in, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just taking a moment to make sure that all of our sound is good, our bodies are warm, and tuning into that 5 senses reality of what it is that you're calling in. So now, just letting this new sound, this new music be medicine for your body, finding the river of unfelt feelings, the river of emotion that might be stifled inside of your body, and just starting to warm it up. Maybe rolling your head in a circle, rolling your hips in a circle. Finding fluidity in your spine and letting the music be medicine. Just letting the music start to dance you, getting out of your head into your body. Finding that drum beat and maybe starting to stomp on the ground, letting your inner child, your inner toddler out to play. What is the one thing that I am ready to alchemize? What do I want to transmute into fuel for my dreams? What am I willing to feel all the way? So good. Now we're going to transition. We're going to change this song and we're going to let it get a little more ancient, a little more primal, and we're just going to start to shake like animals shaking off stress, finding this drum. And start by shaking your hands. Like a little toddler that might be angry that this dream is not here yet. Any frustration that you have, letting it move through shaking, through stomping, through sound. Doesn't have to be pretty. Literally letting your channels start to clear. Anything that you want to take up and out of your body, imagine just pulling it out energetically right here, right now. Anything that's happening on the planet right now that feels frustrating to you, can you stomp that out? Could you even start to punch the air? Ha, 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 ha. Anything keeping you from your dream, just punch it right in the face. Yes, so good. If you're a little toddler having a tantrum as to why this dream has not shown it up, yes, so good. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Big, big breath in. Exhaling on an ah. Another big breath in, finding safety in your body. Exhaling on a hum. Another big breath in all the way down into your root. Again, exhaling on a hum. Finding safety, finding regulation, knowing that this is your body, your life, your dream. This is for you. There's no way to do this right or wrong. We have covered an extraordinary amount of ground today. We have gone deep into alchemy, deep into pleasure, deep into our bodies. And I want you to take a moment to acknowledge the inner child inside of you, the one that was told not to feel, not to cry, not to express. And I want you to give her or him or them a hug and say, good job. Good job. You are welcome here. You are allowed to feel. It is safe to feel. I've got you now. I've got you now. And me and you together, we get to bring our dreams into fruition. Feeling your feet on the ground, coming back to the thing that feels the most safe inside of your body, coming back into the thing that feels the most safe inside of your room. And let's take a moment to send all of this bliss, all of this pleasure out to the whole planet, to anyone who could use some love right now, anyone who's feeling alone or sad or who's sick, just sending them, beaming this, some of this bliss and this love, knowing that this is for ours and for everyone's highest good. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, you can start to slowly, gently open the eyes. And as you open your eyes, feeling your channel open, feeling the spaciousness that you've created in just a few minutes, right? This is just a taste of alchemy, but I want you to anchor this in your body. I love you. I love you. I love you. Join the waitlist, share your magic, dance, tag us, and I'll see you on Thursday. Goodbye.
If you'd like to watch the full Day 2 replay, it's available for a limited time, and you can access it using the link below. And if you're listening before July 23rd, there's one more live experience left. The final day, where Emily brings everything together and gives you a taste of the full Ziva formula. This is where it all comes together. You can find everything you need, including the full replay, at the link below.